and the plumber said, dude, I can fix your toilet, but the guy under the hat is fucked.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Dave's trying to drink today. Guys, welcome back to the Love of Cinema podcast.
What the fuck?
Hey there, film fans. I'm Jeff.
I'm Dave.
And I'm John. What? Welcome back to the Love of Cinema, a podcast. You threw the whole fucking thing up.
Is this one of those things that's funny to us and everybody else just hits next?
Everywhere.
Guys, this is our finale of our summer blockbuster face-off. We have to get it together. We're tortured. Guys, let's just cut to the chase. We're Love of Cinema. We keep it positive. It's a drinking game. We drink anytime we say anything negative. If we say anything negative, you hear this sound.
Oh, wait. There you go.
That sound means we said something negative. Therefore, we have to drink, and we hope you drink along with us.
Oh, my God.
So, pour yourselves a glass as we close out the summer.
Okay,
or should we? Here we go. Whoa. Jeff, take a shot. No, don't take a little shot, you little bitch. I saw that.
Jesus.
I saw that.
I didn't finish my shot either.
John, you're supposed to not be drinking because you're doing a transcendental meditation course. And they said don't drink.
Tell my master, my meditation master.
And meth butt plugs are right out too.
Meth butt plugs are out. Is that where you put meth in the butt plugs? Guys,
you dip the butt plug in the meth. And
it's the only way I butt plug.
I've heard.
Guys,
I ran out of beer, so I'm making a drink.
Okay.
I see tequila.
Jesus Christ.
Guys, this is the finale. Guys, we made it to the finale. This is how we start our finale episode.
We warned everyone last week this might be a bit loose.
It is true. So this is the finale of our summer blockbuster face-off. If you've been following us in the feed, which I really hope you have. You go with the bubbly so tequila soda is what John's got.
I'm doing tequila soda. Yes.
Okay. It's a good time to remind everybody we have a YouTube so you can watch this clown make himself a tequila soda right in front of the frame.
Tequila!
So we've been taking the highest grossing summer movie of every year from 1980 until now, plus Jaws and Star Wars. So let's just say 1975 until now. Every highest grossing summer blockbuster. And we have narrowed it down to 8. We literally head to head, you versus you. Fucking Raiders of the Lost Ark? Empire Strikes Back. Beat you. Back to the Future versus Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters. Out. Back to Future's we literally bam, 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 went all the way through all the decades. And now we have made it to our top 8 highest grossing summer blockbusters of all time. This is it to determine the best summer blockbuster ever. Guys, we have made it to the finale. And this is how we start our finale episode.
Cheers to 2023's summer, you guys. When I said no more superhero movies, we ended up talking about...
We did. We did 3 Batman movies, 4 Avenger movies.
I'm in 3 somehow.
This has been really fun, though. I have enjoyed doing this. Film fans, if you listen to us, hit us back and let us know if you liked these kind of, standalone segments when we do like competitions and things every now and then, because they're fun for us. But I just want to make sure everybody else is enjoying them too.
Same.
Yeah, we have a phone line. You can text or phone us. Just do it. It's in the link tree. Do it.
Yeah. It's been lonely.
The music on this
summer.
episode and every single episode is provided by the artist Dasein. That's Dasein, Dasein. You can find that music available on all the usual music platforms. Enjoy.
Dasein has a button that he pushes, and John says that.
We have a beer sponsor named Carlos Barroso. He's back.
Yeah.
cbarroso.beer. That's his handle. You can find him on the socials. Thank you, Carlos. Guys, I don't even want to have this conversation about the top 8. Let's just list off the whole top 8 so people can understand the anxiety that we have going into this.
And these movies had to earn it.
Our top 8 is 1994's The Lion King, 1975 Jaws, 1993's Jurassic Park, 1977 Star Wars, 1996 Independence Day, 2008 The Dark Knight, 1992's E.T. and 1981's Terminator 2. There's only one movie in there post 2000.
I called it.
Ooh, good observation, Dave.
Didn't I call it? I called it, right?
Because what went up against?
I guess they really don't make
Avengers?
it like they used to.
Yeah. What went up against Avengers in the previous
Independence Day.
Independence Day. And I stand by it. I mean, guys,
yeah,
the 80s and 90s just knew how to do summer blockbusters.
Oh, I need Pepto-Bismol. I'm like anxious to have this conversation. And internet.
I just bought some new Pepto.
Internet, Matt and Mark, anybody else? Fuck you guys. Come after us if you get him out of these conversations. Because we're going to make
take a break this week. This is the week you want to take a break? Yeah.
The whole point of this shit was to piss people off and just get some controversy going. Of course we're going to try our best. But oh my God.
That's right. Raiders of the Lost Ark didn't make it past the first round, and Lion King is in our fucking quarterfinal. You're fucking right.
Let's go. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Jesus Christ. We have to do it.
Quarterfinal matchups ready to go. And then, of course, our semis at our final. So.
Oh, fuck.
Our first matchup. 1994's The Lion King against 1975's Jaws. The godfather of them all. Bruce the Shark.
And can we give a little context on...
Bruce, was it?
Can we give a little context as though they were looking at that March Madness breakdown? The Lion King beat 1993's... I have it right
Top
here.
Gun. 1996 is Top Gun.
1986 is Top Gun.
Oh, but that was before that.
Yeah. It beat 1993.
It would be 1995, actually. Excuse me. Which was Batman Forever, I believe.
Sure.
That makes sense, right? Because Jurassic Park went. Yeah. So to get here, Lion King had to beat Batman Forever, and then in our previous round for the last episode, it beat 1986's Top Gun to arrive at this competition with Jaws, which Jaws got the bye in the first round, and it beat in the previous episode 2018's Wonder Woman. So now we're here in this final four. Is that what? No.
We're in the 8.
8. All right, let's do it. Lion King and Jaws. God damn it. Somebody say something, because get this conversation going.
Let's just get it going. I think the obvious answer is Jaws, because it started it all. It's the summer ritual. It is the one. It's the Citizen Kane of summer blockbusters. The Lion King, as we talked about before, it has the Requiem Mass. It has this. It's so iconic. It became a musical, and I know Jaws has had its spin-offs too, but it's like it. Yeah. It's
Jaws is apparently getting a musical.
Well, it has the play on Broadway right now, as we said.
I think this is it. I think this is it for me, you guys. It's going to come up again. I'm going to make the same fucking point with Jurassic Park. There is, in these summer blockbusters, you want that full gamut of emotion, and Lion King absolutely delivers drama. It delivers heart. Mm-hmm. It is a heightened story. We talked about that. Like, it gives you that, but it doesn't ever thrill you in the same way that Jaws does. There is a thrilling, horrific element that just makes you naturally excited to be sitting there in a theater watching it with people in a less dramatic sense than Lion King does. Yeah. Right? There's something like very emotional about watching Lion King. With Jaws, you're just like, I am so scared. I mean, this is a movie that made people stop fucking taking baths. Yeah. They were so scared of the water.
I was scared to live in the toilet.
Yeah, the shark is going to come up in his spout, bite your ass. I mean,
crikey. Well, you don't. What do y'all call toilets in Australia?
Coming at me, dunnies.
Look at that fucking dunny. Yeah. I'm not going to sit on that fucking dunny. In fact, there might be a shark in there. Crikey. Oh. What is that, a nuclear weapon?
Oh, I see you've mastered the American-Australian accent.
Is that the American-Australian accent?
Let's go play some knifey spooning.
Hey!
There are no dark timbres in your voice at all. It's just high pitch.
It's just the high pitch. All right. It breaks my heart.
I'm gonna fly over to LA, sneak up behind John, and jump my thumb right his butthole. That'll piss him off.
I'm gonna fucking get his butthole.
Fuck you, John.
Yeah, but for me, I think that's what's. I'm going to narrow it down to that, you guys. The thrilling. Is it because it's just animation? Is that part of it? Because Hamlet is a pretty thrilling tale. There's deceit, there's intrigue, there's murder, there's all these things in the animated feature. When he fucking long live the king. When Scar throws him off, like the hair on my arms are standing up, but I am not scared. I'm not actually concerned for reality because it's animated.
I am. I'm in that world. Oh my God, when Rafiki finds him, correction, I know your father. Yes, the past can't hurt. I mean, come on, it's so moving and beautiful.
It's so good.
Guys, when you hear, not the fake, people are scary and they fell off their raft, but when you hear the scream in Jaws, when you hear that scream that is so obviously the scream of terror, the one, and you just see Roy Scheider's fucking face, and he knows. And then
that push in, zoom out shot. Oh my god.
Yeah, and forget about the legacy and the lore of it being on fucking 450 screens, which apparently fucking Hitchcock had done before, but whatever. Like this moment, we're having this conversation because of Jaws, and somehow it might actually still be the best out of all of them. It might be. We'll find out soon.
I will say, every time that I have brought this up to people who sadly don't really listen to our podcast regularly, and they ask me what we're doing now,
they might this week.
Every single time I bring it up to these people, they always say, "Well, Jaws is going to win it." Like everybody's just so confident that like it's still the best blockbuster of all time. So somebody vote for The Lion King. So we don't.
I can't do. You know me. I want to vote for it so bad. But I
am 100% Lion King.
Are you really? Serious?
Yep.
Why, Dave? Why?
Yeah,
because I love it. I love it. But
again,
why?
it's a case of like, I would go and see The Lion King to be part of a Lion King event than probably more than I would go and see Jaws to be part of a Jaws event. And it just, for some reason, it sat better with me than Jaws did. Jaws scared the fuck out of me. It didn't make me feel good.
Dave does not like being scared. We should say that caveat. You're not a huge horror guy.
I'm not a huge horror guy. Also, I come from the land of the fucking great white. So
I was gonna say these are the animals of your people, dude.
Yeah, we swim with those motherfuckers. We work on the theory that sharks can only eat one person at a time. It's like this kind of blew that out of the water, and no one was safe. It was. Yeah. I'm Lion King. I'm 100% Lion King for this.
Wow.
I'll give you that for your people. Did you know that apparently Nags Head Beach, Jeff, where the Lost Colony is in North Carolina on the Outer Banks, apparently the largest great white ever documented washed up on that beach one point. It was like 38 feet long. Like, can you fucking imagine a school bus of shark coming at you, dude? Like
a school bus of shark.
How many Australians did it have to eat to get to be that big?
Four of us.
Davey, you fucking...
All right. Jaws is in the final four.
Both you guys are Jaws?
Next.
Yes. Sorry, Dave. Dave, I love it, though. I'm glad you voted for it because Lion King is perfect. Dude. Perfect film.
Oh, God.
Yeah, brace yourself for the next one.
Scroll up. I can't see anything. Where are we? Scroll down. Scroll up.
No, it's right there in the middle of your fucking screen, dude.
There we go. No, it just caught up for me. Sorry, I had the lag. Okay.
Wow. Yeah. Sorry. John's 3 hours behind us.
I'm sorry. It took that long. Yeah.
It's Jurassic Park against Star Wars. Okay.
Oh my God.
Jurassic Park against Star Wars, which could very easily be the final matchup. Like,
I mean, I can't. We'll get banned on YouTube if I cut my wrists. But
this is it. This could be. This
one
is
of
the
these
one.
could have upset Jaws, and this could have been the final matchup. But instead, it's in the quarterfinals.
I'm calling it right now, Jeff. You hate my platitudes. It's going to come down to 2 Spielbergs. This whole fucking thing is going to come down. All right. Oh shit, you guys. My argument still stands from the first one that if you're somebody who wants a little bit of that thrilling fear factor. Jurassic Park has it, and Star Wars is more of the epic space opera.
But
big
not a single fucking
tale.
laser sword. Not a single laser sword.
You're exactly right. God, I don't know what to do, you guys. I think this is going to be a split vote. I will say, when I am in the mood to watch just in quotes, like this kind of movie, a blockbuster movie, I usually go Jurassic Park. Versus when I'm in the mood to watch Star Wars, I know I'm chasing Star Wars. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to watch that one, and I might just watch all of them because I want to live in that world. Oh, come on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to watch every Jurassic Park movie when I watch the first one. But when I watch A New Hope, it's because I'm like getting geared up because I want to explore that whole universe. I probably will watch all 9, 10, including...
I mean, let's not go nuts.
I mean, come on.
I'm writing my answer down because I don't want to pretend like I'm being swayed by you losers.
You needed to write it down? How drunk are you?
Jesus.
No, I just want the people to know that I'm not just going with the flow. I've already decided.
Transcendental.
All right, let's put you.
Okay.
Let's put you.
You guys keep talking it out. You guys do your thing because I feel like John's about to vote for Jurassic Park. I feel like Dave's about to vote for Star Wars. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Have you ever watched a reality show? You got to build it up, Jeff.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. We got to let the suspense.
Yeah, we're only 14 minutes in, Jeff. This is a much shorter bracket.
This is a really short bracket. We got to have a combo, dude. this is going to break my heart either way.
I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, the way I want to look at it is like when they have special summer screenings of Jurassic Park, yeah, you get a crowd. When you have special screenings, summer screenings of Star Wars, you have to put up fucking barriers.
You're right, dude. I know you're right. When you talk about Star Wars, you're talking about the beginning of a generations of people beginning to come to a story. You're talking about the first installment of a quest saga, right? It's a totally different thing. Like you're opening the door to.
Also, it's got 20 years almost on Jurassic Park. Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah. Jurassic Park is a fantastic movie. They had to invent fucking technology. Some of the T-Rex stuff is like actual like prosthetic. It's like live, like puppetry sort of stuff. Again, we've heard me remark about the guys who had to program a fucking rendering shader for rain on dinosaur skin. Like it's a technical marvel. But so is fucking Star Wars for a completely different reason.
God damn it.
It is. They're both. I can't say. Like, let me just make this fucking clear. Whatever I vote on, I'm not saying it's a better movie.
Oh, no.
These are both really, really, really sound films. Like, the structure is really great for both of them. And I want to give a heads up to Star Wars because Lucas introduced a different kind of structure in these types of movies by having his midpoint be a giant action sequence. He was the first one to really, really do this, where the gigantic first escape when they rescue Princess Leia, that's technically a midpoint. And then they go back and then they have another giant action sequence.
The other thing that he kind of invented, Princess Leia rescues them.
Sure. Somebody's going to rescue us. What did she say?
Someone's going to save us kids.
Us kids. Yeah, thank you. Somebody's going to rescue us kids, save us kids. So that whole idea of like, how do you do that in a blockbuster in a quote action movie? It's not an action movie, but for the sake of this conversation, that is super exciting. I remember going to see these in 1999 or 1998 when they were releasing the re-editions and the
special editions,
special editions. And I just remember thinking, I was so aware of it, even as a kid, like, God, there's two gigantic action sequences in this movie. They don't just make us wait. They don't have the opening and then the ending the way a lot of action movies do in the post Star Wars era, and it's so special the way they build up to it.
First of all, I mean the title scroll obviously is awesome, but then it just goes, it's like little ship, and then immediately the ship's getting attacked. Yeah, like it's what a fucking opening. And I know they cut out all this B-roll of Luke just like being sad on Tatooine. They're like, fuck this guy, and they just cut it all out. They scrapped it all. It's literally Luke just kicking sand, and they just cut it out.
Yeah, let's not make him don't make your hero a whiny bitch in the first 5 minutes of the movie. Let's cut that.
Yeah, although I love the Family Guy joke. Right.
Let me make another point though. Oh yeah, no, sorry. Make your Family Guy joke.
I love the Family Guy joke where the pod goes and they're like, "Wait, hold your fire. There's no life forms on that." And they're like, "What are we paying by the laser?" Because the two droids are going down. Now, of course, they try to recover the droids to see if maybe it was on it, but it's really funny. They're like, "Just fucking shoot it."
What do they call that? Blue
Harvest.
Blue Harvest, God, which was the original. So I think that was the original production name of Star Wars.
It's like the working title. Yeah. So they could be in secret. All right, here's another point I'll make that I have had this experience multiple times in my life. Somebody who's not a fan of Star Wars, when we want to watch like a big kind of movie, I can put on Jurassic Park for anyone. Everybody loves that movie. I have come across people in my life who, if they have decided after living in the zeitgeist of Star Wars, they're very familiar with the IP, even if they don't love the movies, they might not want to watch Star Wars. Everybody can watch Jurassic Park.
Yeah, but you're talking about putting that movie on. You can put that movie on at home in December and someone wants to watch it. Not it's going to draw people to a theater as a summer blockbuster.
Right. God damn it, you guys.
This is tough, guys. This is tough.
All right, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'll be the first one. Jeff, you're right. I am going to go Jurassic Park just because I think I might be the outlier here, and I'm excited for either one of them to move on. But I want to make sure I stand by what I said when we talked about it. I think it might be one of the best blockbusters of all time. So I'm going to go for it, Jurassic Park. And I love Star Wars. I love that first one.
Yeah, I am going for Star Wars.
Jeff, so it's fuck 1-1. Dude. What did you write down on that paper? Hold it up to the YouTube.
Jeff changed his mind.
He's changed his mind, dude. I know he did. You fucking asshole.
Okay, so here I'm torn because When you just think summer blockbusters, you think Jaws and Star Wars and then everything else, right? Like they come out quick. Like Jaws was first and then Star Wars came out immediately afterwards. So, you know, they always do this with like Rolling Stone when they're doing albums. The historical context like elevates certain ones. So that does elevate Star Wars, even though I think I agree with you, John, that Empire is my favorite out of the Star Wars movies. There's something about the lore, the mythology getting started. I get that. The idea of franchising and stuff, you know, outside of The Godfather, just needing more time. But like, fuck. I like the movie Jurassic Park better.
Yes, dude. Are we?
And I think most people do too.
So what's happening? What's happening?
Jurassic Park. Oh my god, you guys.
What's happening? Is it going through, Joe? What's your vote?
Hold it really close to your camera so the YouTube audience can read it out loud.
I wrote down Jurassic Park. And I wrote it. This is why I wrote it down. I wrote it down because I know that I like this better. I know, honestly, I genuinely think it's a better film. I genuinely think, and Star Wars is so fucking good. It's so fucking good. I think Jurassic Park could actually be Spielberg's best movie, and nobody wants to admit it.
I think so too. I mean, it's
everybody's like, well, it's not better than Jaws, and then E.T. is so emotional, and then they get on this whole fucking rant, and it's like Jurassic Park is a perfect movie. There's nothing you can cut out of that.
There's nothing wrong with it. I will, and Jeff, I'm sure you might be on this troop too. I've told the story before. I can't ignore my influence of that was the first time I saw a movie like that when I was like 6 years old with a giant audience of people, and I felt what movies could do. I felt an audience.
Yeah, see, Star Wars was that for me. So
yeah,
and
I get that, dude. And it could be, dude. I fucking hate us for having to put these up against each other.
Yeah,
Star Wars might be
one more round. I wish this was a semifinal matchup.
Fuck us, dude. Fuck us for having to do it. Dave, you're not wrong, but unfortunately, because you're with two millennials,
all the film historians are so mad at me right now. I don't give a shit.
We did it. I still think Jurassic Park is going to take this whole fucking thing, but let's move on.
It's not why I wrote it down.
I'm calling it.
I should have voted for Star Wars.
You should have.
Star Wars and Jaws should be in the quarterfinal.
Shut John up. Yeah, you just fucking hate it when you're
in the quarterfinal. Fuck.
All right, let's do it.
Independence Day versus The Dark Knight.
Oh man.
Right. I said this episode was going to be brutal.
Oh my god. Fuck me, dude. Is Independence Day? I mean, excuse me. Is Dark Knight Chris Nolan's best film?
Yeah.
Is it Oppenheimer? Is it the new one? Is it some people might say Interstellar?
Recency bias.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I would say Oppenheimer is probably his best film.
I think so too. And you know what? Around the award season, people are going to try to tear it down because they're going to want to vote for other movies. And the best way to make their movie seem better is by tearing down Oppenheimer.
And they're just wrong.
Fucking good, guys.
I think so too. I'm so glad we're in agreement. We don't always agree, you guys, but that movie is a masterpiece. But Dark Knight is a masterpiece superhero movie, isn't it?
Yes.
Like nobody knew too, by the way, that it could be that good. Nobody knew
we really understood the fucking assignment.
Yeah, I mean, he was like, no, I'm going to make Apocalypse Now, but fucking with superheroes, with Batman and fucking Joker.
Yeah.
Look, I'm a little
Heath Ledger gave the greatest fucking villain performance in a superhero movie of all time. Maybe one of the best antagonist performances of all time. I mean,
yeah.
Fuck. But Independence Day is so much fun.
Independence Day is so much fun.
It's so much fucking fun.
Summer blockbuster. I mean, I remember The Dark Knight. Everybody waiting in line at midnight on Thursday night in the middle of the summer. I remember it very vividly. Everybody all over the country waiting at midnight for this. I mean, it almost reinvigorated the summer blockbuster.
Honestly, you guys did.
Even the Marvel movies, like people got their tickets. It wasn't the same. Everybody waiting in line for the just get shooed into the theaters for The Dark Knight was so wild. But God, Independence Day is such an iconic.
All right, hold on.
Movie.
Then let me bring this element in. I want you both to weigh in because I'm really curious what you're going to say. How important is rewatchability for a blockbuster movie? Because when I walked out of Dark Knight, and I've seen that movie multiple times for sure, but like I told you guys in the previous episode, I've watched we watched it every chance we got when we were growing up. Every fucking time somebody said, let's throw it on, we threw it on. I do not feel that way about Dark Knight. I need space between the rewatches.
I did argue that like just throwing it on December in your house doesn't really count, but like I get it. If it was The Dark Knight Independence Day, I would be buying a fucking ticket to both. So that's no help.
You know what I mean though, right? About rewatchability. Like which one is so significant dramatically that it needs space between your rewatches so that it can.
Yeah, I feel like Dark Knight. Like I've seen that. I saw that twice in the theater. The second time, someone brought their kids, so I had like a 6-year-old walking in the aisle singing next to me in the dark. Boy. And you haven't lived till you heard this kid singing in a high pitched voice while Heath Ledger's doing his shit on screen.
Oh boy,
it was terrifying. But like I saw it.
Yeah, that kid was paid twice, to be there,
right? I saw it twice in the theater, and then I bought it and I watched it several times. But I can absolutely tell you I've not seen that nowhere as close as I have the amount of times I've seen Independence Day.
Shit. I'm the same, dude. I'm the same. I probably have seen Dark Knight 5 or 6 times, and I know I've seen Independence Day well over 10 times.
I mean, I've definitely seen Independence Day.
A crowd walks out of the Dark Knight thinking. A crowd walks out of Independence Day fucking hyped and wanting to go back for more.
Which is, Dave, that's a good point, dude. Because when we see when we see the opposite of like the blockbuster, and I'm about to say this, and I don't know when 2001 was released, but when Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey came out, yeah, he wanted people to come see it as much as possible, but there are movies like that you can't rewatch too often because of their significance. You don't want to. You want to let it just live in your brain. And I think just saying the title Independence Day puts a fucking wire hanger in my mouth. You know what I mean? Like I get so excited. I could rewatch that movie infinite amount of times, and I still feel like it delivers dramatically and spectacle and happiness and humor. And Dark Knight is,
we will not
is a
go
more
quietly
significant
into
movie.
The night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on.
We're going to live on.
We're going to survive.
Today
we celebrate our Independence Day.
Sorry I'm late, Mr. President.
Hey, you alien assholes.
Mankind. That word should have a new meaning for us all today.
That was back before he went crazy.
You guys, are we the assholes who are going to do it? I think we're going to do it.
I think we're going to do it.
I think we're 3 for 3, and I can't believe we're doing it.
I actually said, I was like, Dark Knight's the best.
It's a better movie.
I think so too, and it's the summer blockbuster of it is fantastic. Honestly, the third act, for what it wants to be, the third act makes it.
But you know what? Oh wait! I think I'm going to bring it home here, and I think you guys are going to agree with me. I was surprised when we did our first round that this movie came out in the summer, Dark Knight, because it should have been an Oscar movie that came out in November or December.
But we saw. I mean, but when it came out in the summer, I mean, people were.
It was amazing, but I just remember thinking. It's almost weird that it came out now because that's one of the best movies I've ever seen. Like it doesn't feel like a blockbuster. It feels like too significant.
Movie. Okay.
The same argument I had for Wonder Woman. There's like just too much.
Yes,
but in a good way.
Yeah. Independence Day and Jurassic Park in our top 4.
Independence Day.
Gotta be
all 3 of us are going.
Funny.
Jeff, you're going Independence Day?
Yes. Raiders of the Lost Ark. No. Ghostbusters. No. Star Wars. No. Independence Day. Fuck yeah. That is so good.
All right.
So good.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Matt and Mark are probably like, where's Shrek? Why isn't Shrek in your top 4? Okay.
Justice for Ghostbusters.
Two more Elite Eights here. We got E.T. versus Terminator 2. 1982's E.T. against 1991's Terminator 2. Now, here's trick. This is trick, because E.T. was that movie that was so emotional, so moving. This is where Spielberg, all of a sudden, everybody's like, okay, he's going to start winning Oscars. He didn't win the Oscar for this, by the way.
Yeah.
Fucking Richard Attenborough did for Gandhi.
Did this win effects? I thought it won effects.
Oh, I'm sure it won some shit. But Spielberg didn't win for directing, and apparently Richard Attenborough said, you got robbed. Anyway.
What won for score, do you think? I'm going to look it up while you
E.T. won, for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
E.T. won.
It was like...
He has 5, and E.T. is one of them. Terminator 2 is one of the best summer blockbusters of all time. So as far as E.T. is a fantastic movie. It's a lot of people's favorite movie, and it should be. Terminator 2 is one of the best summer blockbusters of all time. This is tough.
It's tough. Now that I'm actually having to think about this, it's less tough than I thought it was going to be. Do you know
it's less tough for me too. As I just said that whole speech, the way I finished it, I was like, you know what? Actually, I just answered my own question.
You did answer your own question, and I think all 3 of us were like, no doubt in my mind. Jeff, Dave, that same thing that I said in the previous episode, like we have one night we're all 3 together.
Yeah.
We want to drink some beer and we want to go watch a movie or whatever.
E.T. will not be back.
I mean, I know what I'm going to do,
with,
dude.
Like your family's kids, if you want them to sleep with feelings.
It's the same argument that I have for Dark Knight. It almost doesn't feel like it should be a summer movie. It's too dramatic.
But watching it outdoors on a
one
big
of the
screen
best family movies
sense,
ever made.
Of course.
Family movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And God, just in case we have to be the fucking assholes that have to clarify this, we're not talking about significance of achievement in film. This is very specifically what we think you were looking for from your summer blockbuster.
Yeah,
Candy,
I watch these, and every time it entertains me, I put an X.
No, you fucking X's are back.
I was kind of waiting for the X's to come back. By the way, yeah, where are the X's? I've missed.
No, I died. You
X's.
got so much shit last time. I ditched it.
I need to fuck
God,
you.
No. We don't have any other way to qualify any of this stuff. By the way, I'm looking up the Academy Awards for E.T., and just so we're on the same page, the only thing it won, was sound. So it won sound editing and mixing.
What was 82? What else was 82 that would have won?
Sound is the award you get when they really want to nominate it for director.
Is that right?
I lied to you. Wait. I lied to you. Oh, yeah, IMDb fucked me. There was a little bracket that said more, so I had to click it. It also won visual effects. Good job, Jeff. Yeah. And it also won music for John Williams. And this was back in the day when they had sound divided into sound, which meant editing, and sound, which meant editing and effects. So mixing and editing. And it won sound, visual effects, and music. But you know what? We might have to. I think we might be agreeing with the Academy here because it's not going to win Best Picture in our category, is it, boys?
No, it's the
I might go watch T2 tonight. What else did I say I'm rewatching tonight? I said this
you're not sleeping tonight.
I'm watching Oh my God.
Okay, so T2. So that was the last one. I misspoke. I said there were two more in this round, but there's only one. So that's it. Oh my God. What an interesting.
For T2.
I feel weird about the Star Wars snub, but I mean, Jurassic Park's so fucking good.
I'm pissed about that, but you know what? We'll get over it.
I called it. I'm standing by it.
Oh, you know what? I'm sure AFI is going to fucking call us and say, Jaws is better than Star Wars.
Oh boy,
I'm going with it as far as summer blockbuster concerns.
I gotta.
Oh my
this is
God.
Such a thing. I've got to edit my screen.
It's okay. I just saw what they're up against,
and I'm going to
cry. I'm crying.
Yeah.
So the first two are. It's Jaws and Star Wars against Independence Day and T2.
Wait, that was it? Wait, we have one more. We have one more.
Jaws and Jurassic Park.
No, I misspoke before.
I thought we have one more. Oh, we don't.
No, we're down to 4.
Yeah. Jaws versus Jurassic Park.
Wait, hold on a second.
And Independence Day versus Terminator 2.
Independence Day and T2 are in an easier bracket. I feel like both of those would lose in this round if they were split up.
So this is going to be either Jaws and Jurassic Park should be the final versus Independence Day and T2.
Guys, I think the winner of Jaws and Jurassic Park wins our thing. I mean, maybe you guys are going to vote for T2
we'll see.
over this, but
we'll see.
Or fuck, man, Independence Day.
You know what? This is how the cookie fucking crumbled. Again, listeners, we did it randomly, so don't be mad at us because what Jeff is saying is true.
You know what? Yeah.
What you're saying is true, but because of our randomness quota, Dave did not make it random. Dave used a generator. So it's not like Dave randomly put these in there of his own accord. This is just how it fell.
Random numbers, and this is how it fell.
But also, if we did it the way that anybody else would do it, they would have done it by decades. So it would have been 70s, 80s, 90s. And guess what? The 2000s and 2010s would all of a sudden be in the final, and we'd be like, fuck this.
Fuck you.
What 2013 movie is going to be up against fucking Jaws and Jurassic Park?
That's the worst part. All of the stuff that ended up in our finals would have been eliminated if we'd done it that way because everything was pre-2000 except for one.
Guys, just for fun, can I be that asshole that might throw Top Gun last summer and Barbie into this so we can just vote on Top Gun and then say, does Top Gun live in the final 3? And then we can fucking...
No, you can't be that guy.
Fuck up the bracket. Like,
Barbie, which you had a lot of qualms with, all of a sudden you're putting in its top 4. And now
I wish Oppenheimer was in there. Let's do it. I'm scared.
I can't believe. Can we do? Let's do the other one first. Let's do
it. This is so much fun.
First. Tear the Band-Aid off, Jeff.
Guys, wait. How apropos is this? Hold on. Let's just back up for a second. Perhaps the most effective blockbuster filmmaker of all time is up against himself. How fucking amazing is that shit? This motherfucker, we used a random generator and he still wound up against himself, dude. That's fucking badass. He might walk away with this whole fucking thing. And right now,
feel like
his two greatest are up against each other. That makes me so happy.
I feel like, I'm going to say this. I don't give a shit. I feel like the top 3 should be Jaws, Star Wars, and Jurassic Park. And they're all on the same side of the bracket.
Well,
that should be the top 3.
Definitely have the cookie caramels.
And then T2 should be number 4. That's what it should be.
But I love Independence Day and T2, and they're not from that world, right? They're from a whole other world of the 90s, and I'm a sucker for those movies too, dude. I don't know.
Quit stalling, guys. Jaws versus Jurassic Park. The one that started it all versus what you have said in this series.
I'm going to say this too. Now I feel like an asshole because I voted for Jurassic Park over Star Wars. But I kind of like, and I said I think a lot of people think Jurassic Park is I think a lot of people think Jurassic Park is Steven Spielberg's best movie, but people don't want to admit it. But part of me does think that Jaws should be Jurassic Park, even though I think I like Jurassic Park better as a movie. Fuck, they're so close though. They're so close. They're 1 and 2 for me for sure. By far, 1 and 2. There's no contest.
Here's a spoiler alert. They're not.
I think it goes back to what I was saying about Jaws in our previous episode. Jurassic Park is not a character-driven movie. Jaws is somehow, with the shark and with all the shit. Somehow Jaws is a character piece. It is, and there are deeper themes in Jaws that are more realistic. It's not that there are not deep themes in Jurassic Park. There are, but they're so heightened. Existential reality, playing God. You know, the Jeff all of Jeff Goldblum's lines, basically, like, you know, comment on the themes of that movie. Life will find a way. All these big, but they're so heightened. There's something unsettling about Jaws because it's
I think Jeff Goldblum was nervous when he saw the film, and he went, "I hope that worked," because he did. Like he knew he had the most important lines in the movie in many ways, and then he was like, but he also said them funny.
Yeah. But they're the most quotable as well.
Well, we know that now.
Yeah.
When he saw the movie, he was like, God, I hope this works.
Let's have a little round, because I think this will be fun. Quote every famous quote from Jurassic Park and every famous quote from Jaws, and let's see which ones are more.
Oh my God.
All I got from Jaws is we're going to need a bigger boat.
Die, you son of a bitch.
Nope, got nothing.
That's it?
Wait. No, there's more. There's
I'll catch your hook with this hook and this boat. I'll catch your shark, or I'll catch your fish. When he's in the back of the meeting.
Wait, we're gonna have an empty beach on the 4th of July. The famous mayor quote.
Yeah.
You can't even remember the quote though.
Fuck.
Like, that's one giant pile of shit. Well, that's a big pile of shit. Like,
life finds a way.
You're so busy. Like,
they're velociraptors.
You were so busy proving that you could. You didn't stop to think if you should.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Right?
Or even just the damn.
Please.
They can open doors. Please. God damn it. Not until you say the magic word.
Yeah.
Clever girl.
Clever girl's right up there. Dude, I was watching an episode. I was watching an episode of Rick and Morty today. They quoted that.
Which one?
Oh, for sure.
Clever girl.
Clever girl. Hold on to your butts.
Hold on to your butts.
Yep.
Shoot her.
Yeah.
Shoot. Oh my God, you guys. Oh shit.
And like, even then, you see a ripple in a glass of water. What do you think of?
Dude. Oh, Dave. God damn it, dude.
Wait. That is a shark. That is not the shark. Oh my God, it's Jurassic Park. Oh my God, it's Jurassic Park.
I think it's, oh my God, you guys, I think I'm right. And I called it from the beginning. From the very beginning.
Still got one round to go. We still got one round to go, but yeah.
Jaws? Well, let's. I just want
to point this out one more time. And I know anybody who listens every episode will be annoyed because I've said it before, but I'm just going to point it out. Last Halloween, not this past Halloween, but the previous one, 2021, Elizabeth and I watched Jaws. This Halloween, we watched Jurassic Park.
It's a Halloween tradition now for our summer blockbuster.
They're fun to get in there. They both have those horrific elements. As good as Jaws was,
dude.
I think
What happened to
Jurassic
the
Park
goat?
is a more sound. Where's the goat?
Oh my god, the scream.
Where's the goat?
Yeah.
Are they heavy?
Just
That means they're expensive.
we
Put
can
them
also
back.
say this. Yeah.
I said that the other day. I was in a
my
fucking
God,
soundstage
it's so
and somebody
good.
picked something up and I was like, are they heavy? Come on, that's too good.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna bring one more qualifying element in here. And I have argued with people about this for so long. I am not discrediting John Williams' score with Jaws. It's extremely effective.
Yeah.
But I get annoyed when people say that John Williams' score for Jaws is one of the greatest scores of all time. There are better scores, and he's written 3 or 4 better
it's 2
scores.
notes.
It's a very, very effective motif. It's not Jurassic Park or E.T. or Howard Shore's Lord of the Rings or several other movies. So for me too, just thinking about that element with memorable aspects of the movie, when you put on the Jurassic Park theme, you feel fucking transformed. When you put on the Jaws theme, you think of the movie Jaws.
And
do you know what I mean?
just
Like
horror,
it's
like horror in general, like terror, like ooh, that's scary.
You think of something sneaking up on someone,
Do it again.
which also works for the Freddy Krueger theme, but you know.
Guys, I'm going Jurassic Park. I'm sticking
And it's the
by
same
my
director.
initial.
It's similar too. It's a horror movie that pretends to be an adventure film or a thriller or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a horror movie, and he doesn't show the monster too soon. He builds it up, and you know, I think he'll be okay with us picking Jurassic Park.
And do you guys feel comfortable? I know I sort of made this observation indirectly, but for me, Jurassic Park is the bridge between analog and digital filmmaking with CGI and practical effects. It is the counterpoint. Dave, what do you think? Do you agree with that?
Yeah. I mean, they use both.
T2 does it really well as well.
Yeah, they use both to great effect in Jurassic Park. And it's a mesh of both that really, really works. And even now, it still holds up.
Jurassic Park. I'm going Jurassic Park. What do you guys got?
Yeah, Jurassic Park.
3 for 3.
Wow. Oh my God, 3 for 3? We did it. You know what? We should be proud of that though, because I think even Steven Spielberg.
I got so many empty beers here.
I think Steven Spielberg should be extremely proud of the fact that a movie he made almost 20 years after his first big film is better than his first big film. Like, he should be proud of that. Of course, Jurassic Park should be better than Jaws. He had like 7 movies in between those movies. He got better, right?
Yeah. I think that's
Did he have 7, or is that way too many? Close Encounters. 1941, E.T., Color Purple, Empire of the Sun. 6 movies. He had 5 movies in between. It was his 6th after
maybe
that.
don't count 1941.
Hook was before that?
No, that was
Hook right after that. 94? And Schindler's List was right after that because he was in post.
Was Hook after that or before
Have you
that?
read the YouTube comment on our 1941 review? We got
Hook
so
might have
much
been
shit.
94. Hook is 91. I was right. Fuck you.
6. All right. 6 movies between. So yeah.
Bring it
Dude,
home.
it's
Fucking fun, everybody. I don't give a fuck what you say. It's
Oh,
fun.
I feel so good about
It's
it. I feel
gonna
so
get
good about it.
harder.
That's what she said. Independence Day versus. I'm happy. 1991's The Terminator 2 versus Independence Day. I love that we have 2 90s movies duking it out. And then it's going to come down to 2 90s movies. Jeff, you and I grew up in the greatest fucking Hollywood era of all time, dude. Dave, you got to watch the greatest episode.
Yeah.
Second best because you
I also got to laugh at the inappropriate shit that preceded it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys.
Remember when we eliminated Beverly Hills Cop 2?
Guys, I'm still paying for Paramount Plus because I watched Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Oh my God. Which Star Trek Strange New World is worth it?
Oh, come on.
Deal. Okay,
This
I
is
like
not
Independence
as,
Day better. I like Independence Day better just for having fun.
Are you guys
And I
feeling
think T2
less?
is a better
Are
summer
you feeling
blockbuster.
less of a less? It's a less taxing sentiment to make this choice.
Yes,
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Like, I don't feel as guilty emotionally.
This is an easy choice for me.
Wait, John, you didn't mention. Did you mention Raiders when you talked about the movies that Spielberg directed? And Temple of Doom
Oh my God!
and Last Crusade.
Well, then I'm right because I said my initial observation was there were 7 movies in between it, and I was right. There were now 7, right?
Always from 1989.
8 movies in between. So that was that guy was prolific between Jaws and fucking Jurassic Park. That was a prolific gentleman.
What? Wait, I can go. All right,
and he produced fucking like 7 movies in between them as well.
I get it. Sometimes you just get busy.
Hold on, Dave. Don't give me your answer yet. But tell me a little bit more why this decision is so easy for you. You just said this decision's easy for me.
Yeah.
Well, please.
Easy's fun. Yeah. After everything we've been through, Dave, easy's fun.
No, that's all I've got. Let's move on.
Come on.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's a case of Independence Day is fun. I've watched that so many times. But Terminator 2?
Yeah, okay.
Fucking hell, dude. Like, that is... Like, if you want to... Like, if you break it down to beats, it just has everything you want. Like, they turn the whole Terminator thing on its head. Like, as far as... Like, sure, Independence Day... like used some fantastic practical effects. They hid the monsters. They did the whole destruction sequence first, that sort of thing. Terminator 2 took the villain of the first movie, turned it on his head, made him the savior, created a much, much, much superior new villain that could be fucking anywhere, up the stakes like crazy, touched on the story of the first movie, the mythology they set up. Like, there's nothing wrong with Terminator 2 at all. There's nothing wrong with Independence Day, but this thing was like a masterpiece, Terminator 2.
I completely agree. And I guess the only thing that I would qualify is that the main difference between the two is there is a more sincere sense of drama in T2 than Independence Day. Independence Day has much more cheekiness.
It's very cavalier.
Humor.
Yeah.
It's very cavalier, and because of that, that's part of the charm that I love about that movie so much.
I will also give you that. Yeah.
It doesn't ask as much of me in terms of like, can you actually sit down and take it seriously? You need to invest.
Decision harder. Fuck you.
You need to. I think you need to invest in the sci-fi existentialism of T2 for it to have its full effect. Whereas you can just watch the aliens and you can watch Will Smith and Jeff Gold blow them up, laugh, smile, the fat lady singing, you can totally just be like, I'm just going to watch this and let it wash over me. But depending on who you are, Dave, you're totally right. One of them is clearly better at one of those things than the other. There's humor in T2, but it's not a funny movie. It's not. There's nothing funny about that movie at all. James Cameron was making a serious sci-fi film.
Yeah, they used the humor to release the tension.
This is tough.
This is really tough. Independence Day is so fucking fun. It's so fucking fun. But T2 just has that extra oomph.
There's a sincerity.
T2 takes... I mean, I would say, like, Independence Day puts you on a ride and you go. And there's dips. T2 takes you to both extremes.
I think you're right, dude. When Elizabeth and I rewatched both of these, she hadn't seen Independence Day in a long time. She may not have ever seen it. I can't remember. And we laughed, and all the story beats, we responded accordingly. And at the end of it, we were like, God, wasn't that fun? And she was like, yeah, God, that was so much fun. We were literally like pausing T2 and being like, this is so good. Like, we were just like in awe of how effective it was, how dramatic it was, how believable and scary it was. And do you guys remember when I brought up for our first round of T2, how scary that movie is to watch now that ChatGPT exists?
Yeah.
It
and the guy basically
different now.
A gun to the head, be like, you created this thing that destroyed the world.
James Cameron's famous for saying, I warned you fuckers back in the 80s.
Like, do you remember the year that Skynet is launched? Isn't it 2028 or 26 or 7 or so? It's like in the 20s,
no, it's
right?
It's I think Skynet's already happened.
No, I'm looking it up right now because I don't believe you. When is Skynet launched?
I thought it was 3, maybe 2.
In the original timeline, 2029 is the year that the Resistance, led by John Connor, destroyed Skynet. That's when they destroyed it. So it was launched in
It went online in 97. Excuse me. August 4th of 97. Maybe I was thinking of what you were talking about, Jeff, with 2029 was when we finally started fighting back. Either way, I just remember this rewatch. I was like, whoa, this movie was already brilliant. And now it has a whole new contextual element. Jeff, Dave, fuck you, dude. I was going to vote Independence Day, but you just, I think you just brought me down to earth and made me realize that I think T2 is a better movie if I have to actually put them up next to each other.
It's just, yeah. I mean, Independence Day is definitely a fun film if you want to have fun. Terminator 2 is definitely, like, it has all the action beats, it has the comedy, it has some of the fun. It's a better summer blockbuster.
All right, let's do it, guys.
T2.
Wow, you changed your mind.
Dave has proved me wrong, dude. It's T2. Independence Day is so much fun, but I think it's T2.
I'm going with T2 too, guys. I don't think I've been on the minority vote yet.
You know what? From a distance, you guys, just blue sky and get here, big picture. If we were to have said that our summer blockbuster was going to come down to T2 and Jurassic Park, I think a lot of people would be okay with that. Those are.
They would say, what happened to Star Wars and Jurassic Park? And they're like, man, they were close. What do you want from us? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Jurassic
Park. A fight.
Jurassic Park is in it.
So let me rephrase. Star Wars and
Jaws.
Jaws. They would say, what happened to those? And they're like, they were close.
Yeah.
They were close. Technology improved.
They were in the last.
And yeah.
We appreciate their service. All right, here we go.
So the final discussion.
All right, yeah.
It's Jurassic Park.
Despite everything you just
Terminator
said,
2.
Despite everything you just said about T2, I think the fun element of Jurassic Park is what separates these two movies for me. Because I do want fun.
I think you're mixing up spectacle and fun.
But I want to walk away not too concerned about my future, like outside of the theater. You know what I mean?
That's a modern feeling.
It gives you a little bit of that, though. It does paint a picture. It paints a picture.
I'm not worried that dinosaurs will one day exist because of John Hammond.
Because they're looking into that.
I'm a little bit worried that we are living
allegory.
in James Cameron's future.
But it's a good allegory for us to be like, would we would totally bring them back, and we would let them fucking kill us if we could make a couple dollars and
But to push back against that, I think we do have the technology to maybe replicate dinosaur DNA. We're just choosing not to, and we actually are moving forward with AI.
It would be very expensive. Probably as expensive as it would be to do some of this space race
I made a very bold statement. I don't know if we actually have access to DNA from
I don't think so either.
From the
I'm glad you turned really quickly. I was like, I don't know if we could just make meat. I don't know if we could just make fine dinosaur meat.
If we did, I still think we're going full fucking bore with AI. I don't know if we would invest gajillions of dollars into recreating the dinosaurs. I don't know if that would be something that would actually happen.
I think so. We would do it. There's a lot of ambitious people out there.
I don't know, you guys. I think, Dave,
Terminator 2 against Jurassic Park.
I still say that that element of fun, there's a coolness, undeniable coolness to T2, but it's the longer that movie lives, the more dramatic it feels. Whereas the Jurassic Park thing feels more and more like just a perfect, you come in, you eat your candy, you eat your popcorn, you have fun with your friends, you get to walk away, and you get to come back in anytime you want. You get to rewatch that and relive that experience. The more and more I watch T2, the more and more unsettled I am because it doesn't live as a movie. It lives as a prophecy.
I think Jurassic Park subverts genre.
So your opinion
more.
has been influenced like crazy by modern events.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say Jurassic Park, nothing can top the spectacle of the first shot of those brontosauruses walking through the fucking.
Or when the T-Rex cracks through its cage, right?
No, I mean, fuck that. It's when they park the car and fucking brontosauruses walk through the field. Like, that was your first shot.
The first thing you see is Laura Dern slapping Sam Neill.
When he turns her head.
Yeah. And nothing, to be honest, nothing will beat the spectacle of that. There's nothing T2 could come up with that will beat the sheer spectacle of that happening. But is it a better film?
Dave, god damn it.
Dave,
dude,
get the fuck out of here.
No, god damn it. You're getting under my skin again because I think
Jurassic Park's a better film than T2. So I'm voting for Jurassic Park. I'm on the board. Let's go. Get me on the board. I think Jurassic Park subverts genre. I think it's so good, even though it is this action horror thriller. I think it actually subverts that even more so.
I mean, the other thing to look at is Jurassic Park is based on a book.
Who gives a shit? We're
Terminator
voting
2
on the
is
best.
based on the first movie.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have any.
It has the honor of being one of the few sequels, like right up there with Godfather Part 2, that surpasses
Godfather
the first one movie.
Oh, it's so good.
and neither the Terminator 1 was not based on a book either. This was all JC's idea, wasn't it?
Jesus Christ.
Can you imagine if Jesus Christ laid the prophecy of the book of Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park? Or, excuse me. God, I do not want to make Can we just call it a tie? I do not want to make this decision.
We voted out Star Wars and Jaws. We can't just go in a tie now.
I'm just going to reflect back and I'm just going to say it out loud. The last time, every time I finish Jurassic Park, every time I watch it, I'm just like, God, that is fucking perfect. It's just perfect. And you're able to walk away from it and just think about that experience as like a singular, that's so weird it exists. Dinosaurs exist on this island. That movie exists in an island almost, because none of the sequels of Jurassic Park have touched the brilliance of the first one, right?
I did like the second one.
I like it, but it's not as good as the first one. Right? It's not even in the same world.
Like I said, nothing will top that spectacle.
Even the third one, I like because
no one saw that coming. Originality, it wins.
Whereas for T2, it's definitely better than the other Terminator. I'm not saying it's not better than the other Terminators, but it has such a dramatic significance around it that I just don't know if it. I don't know if I have the same glee attached to it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
go on.
When I was a kid, I didn't have the ability to tell my parents, "Hey, I'm going to see Jurassic Park again for the 16th time," because I was a child. But I probably would have wanted to go see that multiple times. Whereas with T2, even though, again, I was a young kid, but with T2, I feel like there's something about it that it's that significance factor. I don't know if I even want to rewatch that one too many times, because there's something very special and unusual about its dramatic achievement. And the action is just a lovely consequence of the dramatic story.
Does that make it a better film?
But we're not just saying, is it a better film, right? We are saying, what's the better blockbuster?
I don't even know what we're saying anymore.
Well, it's called Summer Blockbuster Face Off, so there's that. Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys!
I mean, I'm throwing down for Terminator 2.
I know you are, dude. I think I called it from the beginning. I think I'm staying true to my guns, even though you have made me think a lot, and I think that T2 is incredible. But I think Jurassic Park is undeniably the best that I have ever experienced in a theater, for sure.
We have spoken. Oh my God, we need some playoff music.
I'll later.
Guys.
So yeah, Jurassic Park wins for the best summer blockbuster. I'm not mad about that.
Are you not? Okay, good. I was curious how you were feeling.
No, that's absolutely, like, T2 put up a fight, but like Jurassic Park?
Can you guys just hit the gush? Pretty good. Can you hit the gush one more time for me being right? I fucking called this motherfucker. Oh my God. All right.
Gotta drink when the gush goes on. That's the rules.
I'm gonna wake up tomorrow saying, "God damn it! I should have just fucking voted for Star Wars to beat this fucking."
Just to beat John,
to piss you off.
Just to piss John off.
You guys, Star Wars against Jaws, and then Jaws. One of them would have won. Any three of them would have won, I think. Over.
You know what? I'm not even disappointed John called it. Like that's.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how mad are you that I called it? Are you mad? Are you disappointed, Jeff?
No,
because I was right.
No, because I loved. I was like, well, great. That's it.
I feel like
let's see it beat Star Wars and Jaws. Let's see what happens.
I feel like we really established we all like Jurassic Park.
We love Jurassic Park. It's so good. It really might be Steve's best movie. We just don't want to admit it.
That's what I'm gonna walk away from this more than anything. Definitely these last two episodes with you talking about that. Like, nobody likes to admit that. I only have one friend who has ever said that out loud, but you're totally right. Most people don't like to say it out loud. They like to think of the more dramatic movies, but Jurassic Park, he's made several masterpieces. That might be the tip of his spear.
It's an all-timer and it's a game changer.
Yeah.
It is a game changer, which I don't think we can give enough credit to in the context of summer blockbuster. You're looking for spectacle. You're looking for, whoa, I didn't know movies could do that. Movie magic just washing over me without too much dramatic consequence for me to be able to enjoy myself throughout of it and not just feel like I'm eating my spinach. This is the fucking counterpoint of that, isn't it?
Yeah. Like the whole world cares about Laura Dern because of this movie.
She was 26.
Jesus Christ. It gave me Jeff Goldblum. I was too young to have seen The Fly before, so I saw all of his other earlier stuff. I saw The Big Chill. I saw The Fly before that.
I even saw Earth Girls Are Easy.
It gave us the kid from
if you haven't seen it, watch Earth Girls Are Easy.
Social Network.
We all agree that it might be one of John Williams' best. You know, it's one of them for sure. Sam Neill was in the limelight.
Yeah.
He nailed it. He absolutely
nailed it. Richard Attenborough come through. What a casting choice.
Yeah. It's like so much so when they brought him back for the last Jurassic World, like everyone else in the cast was like, oh, fuck.
Oh, son of a bitch. Jurassic Park, dude. Which, by the way, this brings me back to now that 65 million years. Do you remember that movie with Adam Driver that nobody saw?
Yeah.
Other than that,
I started watching it the other day. Did I finish it? Oh my God, I watched the whole thing. I made it through the whole movie. I did.
Was it good?
No.
A.O. Scott's very last review, remember? This brings me back, and I just want to say this because I still think it's so funny. Elizabeth and I went to go see the last Jurassic Park, and on our way home, she was like, why does Jurassic Park have claim over dinosaurs? Why have no other franchises?
That's it.
No one has made another dinosaur movie other than
Ice Age. There's an Age of
Park.
Dinosaurs in the Ice Age movies, but that's it.
Yeah. God, it's so funny. All right, you guys, I feel really good about this. Not just because I called it. Not just because I called it, but I think other people might agree with us that it is at least
when people
arguable.
say, how did you not pick Jaws? And they listen, they'll understand.
Yeah.
It's at least arguable for sure.
Yeah. If you're asking how do we not pick Jaws, they didn't listen.
I feel great.
Is there one in the background that you feel like should have won and we were just assholes and it just didn't win for some reason?
I always thought it was going to come down to Jaws, Star Wars, Jurassic Park, and then maybe one other one. But
T2,
like
T2 or
maybe a Back to the
Independence Day?
Future, or T2 or an
I'm glad
Independence Day
T2 was
or
up there because that is a really fucking good movie.
Me too. I'm so glad it's up there because out of all of our rewatches, that one probably shocked me the most.
Me too.
At just how fucking brilliant I was.
It really treads differently today.
How obviously
It really
iconic
does.
so much of it is too, because it's not just like, oh well, this was in T2. I watch it, I'm like, oh my God, this is better than all the movies that tried to rip it off.
He needed 30 years to prove his point. He was,
Dude, T2 and Aliens. He's 2 for 2.
You're right. 2 fucking sequels and it's just out of the park. Film fans, you're welcome.
Yeah,
you know what? I hope you
welcome.
enjoyed that shit because that was fucking fun talking about those movies. I hope you rewatched them because every one of them was a fun rewatch, except Finding Dory for Dave. He did not
because he didn't
want
rewatch
to
it.
see it. He did not want to fucking.
It. There wasn't a single one of these that I didn't enjoy watching. There wasn't a single one that I didn't enjoy watching.
They're all so good. Yeah, we are. I'm a fucking Oscar snob. I am the third and fourth quarter snob of movies, but every single one of these, undeniably, excellent film experience. I love these kinds of movies. I love watching them, and I'm glad we did this.
All right, let's go, friends. Let's finish this episode up the way we always do. Around what you've been watching.
Dave!
We like to start with you.
I caught Good Omens 2. The second season of Good Omens. Written originally, the first season was written by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett, hilariously British. The second season was written by Neil Gaiman and someone else. It's almost as British. It feels like it's more contained. I don't know. It took me a bit to get going, but it finishes well and it sets up a third series. So, yeah, Good Omens 2. It's fun.
I never watched the first season. It came out in like 2019.
Dude, it's worth it for David Tennant. He's fucking amazing.
He's God, he's fucking good, dude.
Who else? The whole fucking universe got pissed off because they portrayed Adam and Eve as black people.
Well, good for them because that's what it was. These stupid motherfuckers. That's exactly. Jeff, you also fell in love with. I fell in love with David Tennant with Broadchurch. Was that a year? Yeah, and then Jessica Jones,
Doctor Who for me.
Doctor Who, yeah, he was there first. But Broadchurch for me, I was just like,
he's Doctor Who twice now.
Broadchurch was the
And
first
Barty
time.
Crouch Jr., guys.
Oh yeah.
Broadchurch was the first time I fell in love with Olivia Colman too. I had not seen either of them before.
For act. Oh my
with
gosh.
that much
Olivia-
significance.
Dude, I was so worried about Olivia Colman venturing into the Marvel universe, and I watched the Nick Fury series, and it's okay, but Olivia Colman is a fucking gem in this thing.
Hold on, whoa.
She's
Hold on, wait a second. There's a Nick Fury series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Secret
it just
Wars.
called
Bro,
Fury?
we've been watching.
No,
we've
it's
been
called
watching
Secret Wars.
so many. We've been watching so many Disney Plus movies the past couple weeks because of fucking Marvel.
Yeah, no,
I
Disney.
didn't know
Disney
there was a
Blockbuster
Fury
thing.
series.
Yeah, there's a Fury series. It deals with the follow-on from Captain Marvel, with the Skrulls.
Speaking of Sam Jackson, just to call him out real fast because I finished my Quentin Tarantino class. You guys, is his role in Django Unchained, is that his best work?
He's so good in Django.
Fucking
I mean,
up
Pulp
there.
Fiction is going to be the one that he'll be
It's up
remembered
there.
for.
Pulp
But
Fiction,
I mean, he's
yeah.
so good as that character. Because
What a
that's where he's like, I'm
remarkable
going to
actor.
fucking flex. I'm going to transform and nobody's going to even notice.
Yeah.
God
Maybe
damn,
notice,
he's
but like,
good.
he's good. Okay, go ahead, John.
I watched. I'm just continuing with my rewatch of the White Lotus season. So I finished one. Now I'm in two. I've
So
only
good.
got like 2 episodes left. I love it,
You're in
man.
vacation mode.
Yeah, honestly, I love it. I just can't believe how much, sociological and political and monetary and all the bullshit commentary
Yeah.
he's able to fit in there without me feeling like he's preaching. That's the achievement. I never feel like I'm being lectured at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just
totally.
fun exploration, really, really, really character driven. The aesthetic is fucking beautiful. I love it. How about you, Jeff?
All right, so I rewatched. Well, actually, I'd never seen, but it's an older documentary, The Hollywood Complex, which is about kids during pilot season. And I think it was filmed in 2009, and then it came out in 2011. But living in Sherman Hills
Sherman Oaks.
apartments,
Sherman
Oaks apartments, and oh man, it's fucking weird.
It's about kids
it's hilarious.
in pilot season.
Oh,
Yeah, the
damn.
kids that would go and their families would stay in Sherman Oaks, and they would have like casting directors and agents like show up there in like the banquet halls and shit, and
Wow.
like try to cast these kids in commercials and TV shows and stuff.
Wow.
Some successful, but like Zac Efron was a kid who went there for pilot season, and like there's a whole list of success stories. But oh man, it's fucking weird. It's funny and depressing at the same time. So if you're in the mood for that, have fun. And then I finally finished The Bear. The couple of the episodes at the end were long, but man, it was so good.
It's good, right? It gets there.
Oh, I loved
Jeff.
it. Yeah, it got there.
Wait,
I'm
she's
going to
in The
spoil
Bear?
it. She is?
She's in it for a second. She's like just a cameo.
Just for a
Okay, I
second.
have to
They have a
watch
couple.
now.
They
I
have a
have to
couple
watch now.
cameos. Like
Jeff, how good was the payoff when you see the dude from the Denmark Copenhagen restaurant?
Yeah.
When you see the picture of him in the hallway with
oh yeah,
what's his name? Like the payoff is masterful. After his whole monologue in the previous episode about I
Mhm.
met this guy, and you just see the picture, they just move right past it. You get to look at it. They don't weigh on it too long. Of course it was him. God damn it, that's good, dude. What a payoff. God, what a good fucking
the show's so good.
Ah!
And then only Murders in the Building is back, guys.
It's
and
back.
it's really fun. It's so
The
fun.
billboards are everywhere. They're everywhere.
Yeah,
I
oh,
still
it's
haven't
so
watched
fun.
a moment of those shows, but they're fucking
So fun.
overloading the billboards.
Yeah,
It's really fun.
that's
They're
a
back.
really great show.
Everybody keeps
Yeah.
saying that.
Yeah.
You guys got to come to LA at some point. We'll do a show live from my bedroom because I cannot
All right.
get over
It's gonna be-
how
it's gonna be a
much
snuff film.
hard there are billboards and murals and signs. They're everywhere in this town. It is
Where?
fucking. It's not virtual. It is fucking in your face, and it is tangible, and it is analog.
Disney's like, you love us. You guys don't even. You guys.
That's a
love us.
Disney show.
It's
I mean,
Hulu.
You're talking
yeah.
to two guys who live near Times Square.
I know, but you guys, it's way worse here. It's
No,
way worse.
I've-
It's on,
yeah.
it's on a
Yeah, we don't
whole
have
other
billboards.
level.
I've seen
All
it.
right, guys,
But yeah,
what a
we'll come
fucking
over.
fun
We'll come
series
over.
we did.
T2,
Kudos
the
to
winner
us.
of our blog. I'm kidding. Jurassic Park ran away with it. Jurassic Park.
I think
Steven
it deserves it.
Is it
It's gonna
apropos?
age well. It's gonna age well.
Guys, I'm happy that Steven Spielberg won the best blockbuster. Right?
Yeah.
It should have been him.
He'll be happy too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He'll be happy
That's
too.
fair.
It wasn't Jaws. Yeah, it was Jurassic Park. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Was it- oh,
That's
okay,
Steven.
good. Yeah,
That's going to be our saving grace on the
Quote,
internet.
Steven. All right, my friends. Well, as always, it's such a pleasure, and I will see you next time. I can't wait to get back to talking about movies.